Hello, everybody, and welcome to this month's Google Hangout. I am Veena Khanke, the Director of Grants and Partnerships at Dining for Women. This is going to be a very exciting hangout. We have several surprise visitors for you. First, let me introduce you to Katie Morrow. Hi, Katie.
Hi, Veena.
Katie,
really happy to be here.
Thank you, Katie. Katie is the co-founder and executive director of Limitless Horizon Ixil, and she is joining us from Antigua, Guatemala. Given that we're trying to deal with an internet of two different countries, do hang in there with us if we end up with some disturbance on the internet. We also have Amy Moore. Amy is working at Dining for Women. She is our tech support, and she is the one who records and uploads the Google Hangout. So, Katie, taking it back to you, why don't you introduce our interesting guests to us and tell us more about Limitless Horizon Ixil?
Great. Thanks so much, Veena. I'm so happy to be with all of you today. It's particularly exciting because I've been a Dining for Women member myself for the last 5 years, and I couldn't be prouder to be a recipient of Dining for Women this year with Limitless Horizons Ixil. I'm going to talk and tell you a little bit about our program, and I'm also here with our very dynamic staff, who I'll introduce to you in just a moment. To tell you a little bit about the area, the Ixil region in the state of Quiché. It's very rural, high up in the highlands at the very end of the road. It's in the most impoverished area of Guatemala and was at the heart of the 36-year-long civil war that only ended recently in 1996. Despite all of this, the culture is incredibly beautiful and dynamic and rich, radiant, full of beautiful weavings and hand clothing, cooking, and the language of Ixil. The language of Ixil is one of 24 different languages in Guatemala. Most of our families are monolingual Ixil, which means for them because the language changes. But our students learn Spanish in their education in middle school and high school. And to tell you a little bit more, over 90% of the population live in poverty in Chahual, and only 3 out of 100 girls graduate from high school. Programming is so important. We run a scholarship program. We sponsor students to study in middle school and high school. It's part of our holistic model that we have with all of our programs to support the youth success. Middle school include tutoring, academic counseling, life skills workshops, computer classes. We also offer alumni services to help them find jobs. Internship, 2/3 girls. All of our students receive gender equality, family planning, and domestic violence awareness workshops. Mothers and our young ladies can join our artisan program where they produce beautiful traditional weavings. I can show you one right here that's right beside me. Make beautiful scarves and jewelry and bags and earrings. It's a way of getting a hand up rather than a handout, and they can invest the money in their families and in their children's educations. Finally, our library was founded in 2010. It's the first and only community library in Chahual. Most students have never opened a book before they've arrived at the community of Chahual. So we're truly creating a culture of reading, just starting a few years ago when we opened the library. We currently serve 500 library members. It's open to the whole community. There's 8,000 books. We have story hour, book club, and tutoring classes. We're here in Antigua, which is about 8 hours from Chahual, where we work to do some strategic planning and to do some training. And I think that the key to all of our success in Horizons Ixil is incredible staff. So I would love to introduce you to the heart and soul of our programs, which is our local staff here. I've asked them all to prepare a short sentence to tell you about why they think that our programs here at Limitless Horizons Ixil are so impactful. So first, I'm going to introduce Anna Amy. She's our program associate and has been with us since the very beginning in 2005. She was one of our scholarship students in our very first group, in our very first cohort, and then joined the board and has now been working for us for the last 5 years. Amy?
Satisface ver a las chicas tener la oportunidad de estudiar que no tendrían sin el apoyo de Horizontes, ver sus deseos de aprender y conocer cuál es el valor de la educación.
It's satisfying to see girls who would not otherwise be able to study get to do so with the support of Limitless Horizons Ixil and see their desires to learn as they get to know the value of education. This is Adilma. She's our youth development coordinator and an incredible advocate for the young ladies in our program. She's been with us for 7 years.
Me encanta ver a las chicas con una visión diferente a la vida y sentirse empoderada en inspirar en su familia.
Just to see girls with a different vision for their life, they feel empowered to inspire their family. This is David. He's our librarian. He's our only man in our team. And he also was one of our scholarship recipients and was with us from almost the very beginning as well.
Me encanta la biblioteca porque es un espacio que abre oportunidades y brinda materiales para terminar con el estudio.
He loves the library because it is a space that opens opportunities and provides materials to fulfill people's dreams to study. This is Marina, yet another one of our scholarship students from the very beginning. She's joined us as our second librarian a few years ago and has also been a big part of our artisan program.
Me impresiona ver a muchas niñas de Chajul con esa pasión de leer un libro que no han tenido en casa.
Impressed to see many girls from Chajul with passion to read books. This is a new opportunity for them that they have not had the opportunity in their own homes. This is Cecilia. She's our designer at Limitless Horizons Ixil. She does a lot of our artisan designs. She's also does all the tech support in the office as well as our computer teacher. Cecilia is currently the first woman in Chajul that's studying computer engineering in university.
El impacto de artesanía en la vida de cada madre es que ellas pueden contribuir económicamente en el hogar y en la educación de sus hijos.
The program impacts each mother's life in that they can contribute economically to their homes and toward the education of their children. And last but certainly not least, this is Veronica. She's the heart of all of our program and oversees all of our programs at Limitless Horizons Ixil. She's been with us for 9 years. And she is going to be this year the first woman from Chajul to get a master's degree in human resources, but the first to get a master's degree.
Organización estamos impactando en la vida de cada una de las niñas y su familia a través de nuestros programas de servicio. Me satisface ver el crecimiento de nuestras jóvenes desarrollándose tanto personal como profesional. Y así ellas pueden también ser líderes en la comunidad.
Our organization is impacting every girl in our family through our programs and services. I am very satisfied and personal growth so that our girls can go on to become leaders in the community. Okay, that's it from us. Thanks so much, Vina. Back to you.
Katie, thank you so much. Please thank your wonderful dynamic staff for being so willing to come and share with us their passion for Limitless Horizons Ixil. Well, moving on from what they have presented to us and what you have shared with us, I was wondering if you could share a little bit more about the families in the communities that you are working in. You know, what are the major occupations? What are the options for people who may not be benefiting from the services of your organization?
Absolutely. Chahul really is very isolated, and it's at high elevation. We're at about 7,000 feet, which means there's not a lot of agricultural opportunity. All of the grow their own corn, and they live on a subsistence diet of corn. Some of our families, that's all they do is grow corn and a little bit of beans and try to make whatever extra money they can on the side. That could be making tamales that they sell on the street, or doing day labor for somebody else's family next door. But there's not a lot of economic opportunity. The one economic opportunity that there is in the area is a few hours south of us. There's a number of coffee plantations, and also a number of local families have their own coffee plots that they sell to cooperatives. The families that we work with usually are I'm thinking in Spanish, I'm really sorry, are very humble families. They have an open fire pit in their 15 in a small one-room house. And they struggle to send their students to school, and they also struggle to find any sort of professions in the area.
Mm-hmm. And so can you give us some idea of whether there is a necessity for maybe the male members of the family to travel far away for jobs? I would imagine that the Civil War had an impact on the entire community, but if you could elaborate on some of those things.
Sure. So there's while there are many more opportunities outside of our area, because Ixil is a spoken language in Chahul, and most of our families are monolingual Ixil, it doesn't encourage them to want to get work outside of our area. There are certainly some men that do leave to work on plantations or possibly as security in Guatemala City or in other jobs, but it's difficult for them to leave to go to a country where they don't speak the language anywhere but the town of Chahul. And as you mentioned, there are a lot of families without fathers. There's also alcoholism problem in our area, so sometimes the men aren't as motivated to support their families as they would if they didn't have from the Civil War that ended in '96. A lot of them were forced by the army to fight against their own people, and sometimes even kill their own family members.
Okay, so there seems to be a lot of lingering effects of these conflicts, and as we all know, these things do carry on sometimes from generation to generation. Dining for Women is so pleased that we are partnering with you, that we can intervene in this community, and based on the staff passion that we have seen, I'm sure this community is extremely resilient and trying to move forward as the best they can. Can you tell us what plans you have for Limitless Horizon Ixil for the future? Your big plans, your dreams.
Absolutely. The community of Chahul is about 20,000, and there seems to be endless opportunity and endless ways to make impact. We really, youth is the future in Chahul. Our families, a number of our families we worked with when we first started, our girls couldn't imagine graduating from middle school. And they graduated from middle school, high school, and they decided to go on to university. And from families being the first in their family to ever graduate from elementary school, they graduated from university, and now some of them hold professional jobs. And so we're really beginning to see an entire shift in a world of opportunities in the Chahul area. We hope to continue to grow the number of scholarships that we're offering. Right now, we're in an expansion of about 25% of scholarships over the next 2 to 3 years, and we hope to grow quite a bit beyond that. Our library is serving 500 members currently, and we hope to see those numbers double or triple as we create a further culture of reading in the area. And as we begin to grow an artisan market in the US, in Guatemala, and beyond, we also hope to bring much more weaving opportunities for the women of the area to be able to support themselves and their families.
Katie, thank you so much for joining us in this Google Hangout. The Dining for Women family will be absolutely thrilled that you have shared the passion of your staff with us. We wish you the very best in your project. But before we go, can Veronica say something in Ixil for us?
Yeah. Están preguntando si lo pueden decir algo en Ixil para todos allá. Quizás una bienvenida.
No, gracias. Bueno, en Ixil quiero decirles tantis rachtete tibelos valsre si astantis y los anicha. He dicho muchísimas gracias por su apoyo. Estamos muy agradecidos porque muchas niñas van a ser beneficiadas con el aporte de Dining for Women.
She just said thank you so much for your support and that a lot of our girls will be benefited by the support of Dining for Women.
Gracias, Veronica. Thank you so much. And we hope to hear from you with all your reports telling us about how the project is faring. Good luck.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Vina.